Well, the time has come to go around and thin some of the fruits off this peach tree here. We've got some decent sized fruits forming, and we've also got a few that are still just coming out of the petal. I put off thinning just a little while longer as I had read some information that perhaps if you thin too early, you could cause some peach pit split, which I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I decided to hold back just a little bit longer. But I'm confident that now is a good time to go ahead and do my thinning. Don't want to wait too long. I want all that energy to be pushed into the remaining fruits on the tree. One interesting development this year is I have many double peaches here. And so these are going to be some of the first to go. If you get them young enough, you can actually separate the two, keeping the larger of the two, and have a viable peach at the end without much issue. But because I've got so many peaches setting on this tree, I'm just going to go around and remove those as part of the thinning process. So the spacing that I'm looking to achieve here on this tree is somewhere about 5 to 8 inches or so between fruits. Also, another way that I've heard that you can go about doing it is to estimate somewhere around 50 or so leaves between each fruit. That's a good calculation as well. That's going to allow for maximum photosynthesis and for the tree's energy to be pumped into those remaining fruits. So with that aim, you can see how this lateral branch here is only about 6 inches long. And on this branch, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fruits on just one branch. So I'm going to be removing 6 off this little branch here. And I'm just going to carefully twist these off, like so. I think I might actually leave that one on the base there. So there's what I pulled off, just that one small branch. I'm going to go around this entire tree and accomplish the same goal here. And if I were to leave this one on, I'd want to take off this smaller peach here. So I would just pull these apart gently, and we'd be left with a good peach here. So here's the branch we just thinned. It's about 5 inches long, and I left one nice looking peach towards the end of it right there. There's also one on the base. Now, if possible, let's say there was a peach halfway up the stem, more than likely I would leave that one and take the one off the end of the branch off, so that as that peach develops, it doesn't weigh the branch down too much. But there was no peach here, so that's the one that is left on the tree. So here's a good example of what I was just talking about. This branch here should only have 1, maybe 2 fruit on it. This nice big plump one is right at the base of the branch. So I'm going to be removing all these other ones that are more towards the end of the branch. And I know how time-consuming this might look to some of you guys, but I could get this whole tree done probably about 45 minutes. This is actually a peaceful meditation for me. You could also do this just a little bit at a time. Come out a few days in a row, maybe do 10 minutes each time. There's really no rush. Time is of the essence, though. If you can get to this at the right time, you're going to be ensuring, like I had mentioned, the fruits remaining on this tree are going to be nice, big, plump, healthy fruits. So far I've only thinned out about 1/4 of the tree, and it looks like maybe I've pulled off about 100 or so fruits. I'm just removing some of the old petals here so you can get a better look. So I did a quick count of what we got so far. It's already 100, give or take. So it's looking like we're going to get maybe 400 or so fruits thinned off of this tree. Alright guys, well I'm just wrapping up here. Really happy where we're ending up. Got some nice spacing of fruit here on the tree. Took a whole bunch of little baby fruits off. I'm going to be tallying this up, see where we ended up. Just to reiterate, this is a Florida King peach tree, now 4 years old, and I have it pruned at about 6 feet in height as of right now. It's going to grow a few feet into the summertime, but it looks like we ended up with over 100 fruits on this tree. I didn't go around and count, but it's looking really good, and I took off a few hundred. So let's go count these up. This might not look like all that much at the moment, but I'm going to divide these into sets of 100 so we can see how many got taken off, and I will also discard some of the flower petals. Not going to spend too much time on it, but so that's 100 right there. There's 200. 300. That's 400. There's 58. So that's 458 peaches thinned off the tree, and that's not including all the doubles, which I just counted as one. I also dropped quite a few on the ground. And if you're new to growing fruit trees and you're doing your pruning, keeping your trees at a manageable height, whether they're dwarf, semi-dwarf, or even standard varieties, keeping them pruned down, you could expect to be thinning out a similar quantity of fruits as you see here.